How are you doing, everyone? I am Nick, and this is Junkie Base Studios. I am actually the head engineer and COO here. Basically, that means I'm in control of all the operations inside the studio, and nothing leaves the studio without my approval and me saying it's up to our standards. So, some of you know me as the artist of Freedom and Forgiven. So, introduce myself, and we'll get on with this. Now, the what we're dealing with right now. Um, Make sure my there we go. Double checking the we lost connection there for a second. So before we get into the meat and potatoes of this, the very first thing I want to do is give a shout out to the people at Zounds.com. You guys have been awesome. You guys have been bending over backwards for the past 13 months to help us with this situation and doing everything you can since the manufacturer is refusing to even acknowledge their product. So, again, Zounds.com, from all of us, from me, the CEO, and all our staff, thank you for everything you've been doing. Thank you for your help. And you have some very loyal customers, not just the studio, but a lot of us outside in our own musical endeavors have truly leaned towards you are the new people for our gear. So, got that out of the way. Tonight we were supposed to be streaming another episode of the reorchestration of Killer Clown March for John Massari that he'd asked me to do. We were excited. We've got our third replacement Waldorf Iridium. Yes, third in less than a year. And I'm going to tell you right now, never buy a Waldorf Iridium. And after my experience with buying Iridium, this is my first Waldorf product. I will never buy another Waldorf product again. The first one we had. Now, here's the one we just got, just took out of the box, went to hook it up in the studio. So I'll show you something. First one we got, here, get this up here. First one we got, had it 4 hours. Touch screen went dead from here to here. These knobs stopped working. All of OS1 stopped working. Sucked. Stuff happens, okay? They're out of stock all over. It took us 6 months to get our replacement. We had it a month, and it started power cycling. You couldn't get it on. It would just shut itself on and off. It wouldn't even fully load. Okay? Send that one back. Now here's the deal. The first one was covered by our supplier. The second one was outside of the supplier's guarantee. So, Waldorf, we tried contacting him. Waldorf would not respond to emails. They would not respond to messages on Twitter, Facebook, tagging, multiple emails. Finally, we got a message to call a number. We call a number. It's a number for Korg USA, and it disconnects you unless you are a dealer. So we go back and forth, back and forth. Finally, I get an email from them saying, send it back to the, to put it bluntly, send it back to the people you bought it from and send them this letter. It needs to be repaired. They'll repair it. This is apparently something Waldorf is getting bad about. There's only, like, I think one authorized Waldorf Iridium repair shop, and I believe they're in New York. Nobody can just work on this. Zounds doesn't work on stuff that are warranty claims from a manufacturer. They don't have the access tools. They're not set up to do that. So they actually had to go back and forth with Waldorf, and finally Zounds said, you know what, send it back to us. We'll send you a new one as soon as we get them. We're out of stock. We are sorry. Not even their responsibility, not even their problem, and Zounds went out of the way. So, kudos. A couple months go by, we had to send it back. They're out of stock all over. We had to send it back. Okay. We got our new one. This is, again, replacement number 3. I take it out of the box and sit it on the production station. The little plastic screen protectors, I hadn't even got it hooked up. I pull it off, and the screen comes off the synthesizer. Sorry for the beard in the picture, but yeah, you can actually see down in the synthesizer. Third replacement. We bought this studio over a year ago for the studio. It took some begging to be able to get approval from the CEO to go ahead and drop that much on a synthesizer. Again, you guys can see just some of the stuff behind me we use. Now, here it is, an almost $3,000 synth, and I'm having to send it back so we can get our fourth replacement. Waldorf will not reply to emails, messages, nothing. They will not even acknowledge that the studio or anybody messaging them exists. So again, I'm having to go through Zounds. Zounds is going out of their way to fix this and replace this because Waldorf is not standing behind their product. The issue gets even bigger from there. Waldorf is sold by Korg in the United States. Power supplies for the Iridium even say Korg on them. The Iridium box even says Korg USA on the side. And there's multiple spots that all say Korg. So, you're dropping $3,000 on a Waldorf Iridium, and then they're supposed to be backed by Korg here in the United States. You can't get any emails, you can't get any responses, nothing for issues with this product. I am not the only person having this problem. You can look online and see person after person having issues with their Waldorf Iridium, Waldorf blowing them off. There was one guy that got blown off so much by the time they finally acknowledged him, it was outside of warranty and he had to pay over $500 to get it fixed because they wouldn't respond. So I've personally said, oh God, I don't even know how many emails trying to reach out. We've gone emailing, we've messaged on Facebook, we've messaged on Twitter, we've messaged on Instagram, we've tagged on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, done more emails, reviews left and right, and we still can't even get an email from Waldorf or Korg about this product. I was personally excited about this product, and part of the reason, I wanted one since they released it personally. But I'd be in the doghouse if I turned around and dropped almost $3,000 on a synth. My wife wouldn't approve of it, and we approve of everything, and we're trying to we are buying a house. So yeah, $3,000 doesn't go that way. So I really pushed CEO to get this. I was excited. Now I'm really doing this video for several reasons. Yes, I wanted this synth personally. We're using it for clients, and a lot of clients are excited we have some of the gear we have. So this hurts us, but my big concern is this synthesizer is almost $3,000, okay? Right now it's a $3,000 paperweight. We're a studio. Okay, we want a different synth, we'll go throw it on the line of credit, we're good. Yeah, it sucks we'd have to be paying for another synth, but we have that ability. A lot of people out there, especially in this economy, do not have the ability to, okay, my $3,000 synth's down, I'm just going to go buy another one until they get it figured out. Or a different synth until I can get it fixed. The average person doesn't have that ability. Okay? Studios, not all studios have that ability. It is very, very, very dependent on the business and everything. So, there's a lot of people out there who can't just say, oh, my synth's broke, I'll just go buy a different type of synth until they get it fixed. I really want to get this to you guys especially because this is not cheap. I know a lot of people have wanted this. There's a lot of people who have saved for it. And it is not something... I cannot back this product. We actually just raffled off Novation Mini Nova not long ago. And that had been around for a while. And still chug along, working perfectly fine. You can't see it up here, there's an Arturia Mini Brute up there, 8 years old. Still plugging away. We've got a lot of gear here. And we've never had a piece of gear die or fail. I, um, I've been doing this 36 years. Okay, yeah, I know I don't look my age. Most people don't believe how old I am, and I'm not sharing my age because it makes me feel old. Okay, I've been in the music industry for 36 years as a performer, as a producer, as an audio engineer, as a sound guy, and doing sound design. I have done a lot and sat behind a lot of desks and a lot of boards and a lot of sense over the years. I can say in almost 36 years, I've never had an issue like this. I've my own personal collection of gear has been enormous that I've unloaded over the years. And I've never had a piece of gear of any type consistently fail. Let alone not just fail, but you can't even use it when you get it. The theory behind the synthesizer and its capabilities are great. That is great right there. Granular synthesis, FM, that is why I was really excited about it. Doing pads with granular synthesis and hardware synth, freaking awesome, okay? But I can say you do not want this synthesizer. It is not going to hold up. It's got a 2-year warranty. We've had it over a year, and we're now going to need our 4th replacement. At this rate, we're going to be, by the time the warranty expires next year, we'll have gone through 8 of these, if this is the continual deal. You pay $3,000, or nearly $3,000 for a synthesizer. It should perform and work and hold up, especially because this is a metal chassis, man. This is not light. This is heavy. You'd expect it to be quality, not power failures, knobs dying, screens dying, or now the screen completely falling out. So, really, guys, I can say without second thought, don't buy a Waldorf product, especially the Iridium. And I don't mean that in a malice way at all, anyway. So, I'm saying that because from my experience, this synth is not worth it. And after all these issues, I cannot personally say, from both a personal and a professional standpoint, that they're a company or product I would ever buy for myself, consider buying again, and I will never buy one for the studio because I'm in charge of this stuff. I'm in charge of the gear, the purchasing, the maintaining, everything. This falls back on me personally with my boss. Okay? So this right here affects my job. But it's also going to affect those who don't have a ton of money. You know, there's people I know who have been saving over a year to buy this synth and still fighting to get it. Buy something else, guys. That is the best advice. Stay away from this product. At this rate, I would not take one of these if someone gave them to me because I don't have room for a giant paperweight. Okay? That is what it's come down to. When you go through that many synths failing, this one I didn't even get to hook up a cable. I legitimately took it out of the box, sat it down on the production station, and went to peel that little protective thing off, and the whole screen popped out. So, this is not acceptable. This is a very poor quality product. It is very poorly assembled. The components are poor. And I can say this is not something you want, guys. You see the people who played it for a little bit on YouTube, you know, they do reviews and stuff. I do on the website, I do the real world reviews. You know, the real world road reviews and road worn reviews, which is gear that we have thoroughly used, gone through, and had experience, not a couple weeks. And this is the first piece we've had that didn't hold up. We do those reviews. We like to have the gear 6 months to a year, typically. That way we can make sure. And I can say I will do the road worn review on this. I will be posting this video in there. And I can say, unfortunately, this will be the first negative review on any gear I've done. This is the first negative video on gear I've ever done. It's really sad because 99.9% of the time I can find positive stuff about any piece of gear I've ever used. I'm talking from guitars to synths to boards to effects pedals to rack units. I can always find something good and never do a completely negative review. You know, there'll be pros and cons. I cannot say anything positive about this. Thought and theory behind it's cool, but this is not a product that is going to hold up. Again, I am not the only person having this issue. You go around searching online, you're going to find a lot of people with a similar issue. And Waldorf is blowing them off also. So, please, take it from our experience here. This is not a quality piece of gear. The stays, our gear, you see the rack, our gear doesn't leave the studio. This is a studio, there's studio gear, they're set up in their racks, and you know, you got the Mini Nova, or the Summit here. Our gear is set up and stays there. That's it. It's not getting moved, jostled, messed with, nothing. This would be more something if it was thrown around on the road and not in a case, tossed in the back of a van. This is stuff you would expect. But to have a piece of gear straight out of the box with the 8-inch touchscreen that you need it to even work falls out is not good. I have. I've had that Wasp clone. That's personally mine. I brought that in the studio. I love the Wasp. That is actually personally mine. I bought it when they first came out. This synth is $199 and is still pumping and kicking hard, and I use it regularly. I've used it regularly in my own home studio before I brought it here. And it's outlasting the Waldorf Iridium. It is actually very sad. And it's just heartbreaking to drop that much. And I am so, honest goodness, I am so worried about you guys that are saving money, that aren't, that you're weekend warriors, you're semi-professional, you're a hobbyist. You don't do this for a living. You don't have the chunk of money set aside. You don't have access to tons of gear. And I feel bad if one of you guys get this and you guys get the shaft. Because I know to buy something like this for my own personal studio, I'd have to save. I'd have to save for a while, especially we just bought a new house. It would probably take me 2 or 3 years to save for this if I was to buy it for me personally at home. So I would be so furious if I saved for 2 or 3 years and kept having this issue. So that is one thing. I'm grateful this is studios and not mine. In the sense, it's not my money, and it wouldn't take me 2 or 3 years. Again, studio, throw it on the line of credit, we're good. You know, that's not how it works for the rest of us that aren't studios. And it's a disappointment. I did get to use it for a total of 12 hours. Between the other 2 replacements, I've got to use this synthesizer a total of 12 hours in over a year. You know, I was so excited about us getting this, and we were going to throw down some mean pads on the Killer Clown March orchestration with this today. And then, instead of working on that, I'm having to shoot this video to let you guys know, yet again, this is our third Waldorf Iridium that has crapped out. and they won't acknowledge that anyone. Yeah, I mean, I've emailed COO or CEOs emailed. Um, we've had multiple staff email contact. I've tagged them about it and contacted them on my own personal musician page. The studio has. It has been contact after contact, and we get nothing. No response, ever. The only reason we have been able to get replacements to get through is Zounds.com has talked with us, and they flat out told us they are getting this issue over and over and over again, and they do not know why they are telling people to send the device back to them that they repair it, because Zounds doesn't repair equipment, and it's outside of their 30, 60, 90 day whatever purchase thing. So I can say when they're saying it's a thing, Waldorf is really doing some bad business practices and sending out some very bad gear with high price tags. And then when the gear fails, even as soon as you unbox it, they're not standing behind it. They are not honoring their warranty. They are not even acknowledging you exist. And unfortunately, I have Korg gear. This is also carrying over to Korg. Because Korg, you can go through the power supply, say Korg, there's Korg all over the box. Korg also has a stake in this synthesizer. The Korg is just about as much to blame as Waldorf, maybe not quite as much, but when Korg is the supplier and doing the repairs and supposed to in everything here in the US, and they're shipping them out and they won't even acknowledge, and when you get a number to call, it's for dealers only, and they disconnect you automatically. This isn't right. Okay, guys, I'll put it like this. All musicians work hard for their gear. We save for our gear, we bust butt for our gear. We don't expect something out of this world. We just want the gear we buy to work like it's supposed to and last like it's supposed to. That is not much to ask for. That's anything. You buy something, you want it to work like it's supposed to and last like it's supposed to. That's it. And we can't even get that on a synthesizer. And as a musician and head engineer of a studio, this is very frustrating. Musicians, studios, people should not have to be doing videos like this. We should not have to get out there and say, hey, this is a very high-end product that won't last and you have to keep getting replaced if you do get it, and please, for your own protection, don't buy it. This is not how it works. And in today's economy and world, this is going on. Okay, we've got inflation through the roof. Everything is crazy. And you're going to still be doing this. We've got gas over $5 a gallon, you know, and people buy a $3,000 synth and they can't even get to work. You know, our economy is not somewhere where you can just be sending out junk like that. And I don't know, junk seems kind of harsh, but I don't know what other words to use. I mean, this is, I literally, I can't find any other word to say but junk. I mean, and I'm keeping this as professional and cordial as possible. Trust me, I had to take, we got started a little later than supposed to because I had to take a few minutes to calm down and get past my frustration over this, because this affects our business. This is taking money from the studio and money from my paycheck because I can't work. And how it works in the studio, I got to be working to get my paycheck. I don't get paid for just sitting here not doing work. Which, I'll be honest, I'm not getting paid for this video right now. I am not. This is on my own time. You know, or right now I could be loading up working on stuff using the other synths, but I think it's imperative. I'll take some time out, take a time out of my projects and meet for what I'm getting paid to be able to reach out to you guys and say, don't do it. You're going to be set up for some very big disappointment. Um, Again, one time fluke. Stuff happens, maybe happened in shipping. I'd give credit on the first one failing. Second one failing, no, that isn't right. That shouldn't go happen. Third one failing, this product is not what it's advertised to be. Here in my state, I live in Missouri. You got a lemon law. You got to return a car like that. You know what? You're off the hook. I asked people on Zounds. I was like, guys, do you guys got some kind of lemon roll? And I flat out told them. I said, here's the deal. This will be our fourth one since we bought it. I said, is there any way we can just get sent a different gear? A different brand synth, different type, nothing Waldorf. Just, even if it's a couple $100 less, we'll be willing to eat it just to get a working piece of gear. I mean, heck, send us a poly brute or a matrix brute. You know, I mean, there is lots of stuff in there. You know, I love the Hydra sense. Send us one of those. Send us a deluxe. I don't know. You know, but just send I'm trying to figure out, you know, and they're going to look into it to see if they can send us something different. Because there's no reason you should go through this with a synthesizer. There's no reason you should go through this with any type of gear. And to carry it over, it doesn't even matter. Even not music gear. You got a microwave or a blender in your kitchen. You shouldn't have to go through this. I mean, you got a TV. There are hundreds of things. Just about anything you can think of. Well, I can't think of anything that wouldn't apply to. You purchase anything, you shouldn't have to go through multiple replacements trying to get one to last more than a few weeks. And, you know, vehicles, TVs, stoves, ovens, well, just anything that you can buy. That isn't right. And so I really wanted to reach out to you guys. I want to help save some people some of the headache and financial issues and hassle and stress and everything buying iridium. Iridium is. It's not cool. Okay. When you're a gearhead or you finally get new gear, you're excited. You want to use it. You can't wait to break it in. You know, use it in your products and everything. Unboxing this, you get excited, and then it doesn't even work. So, I mean, I really, really cannot find a single good thing to say about the Waldorf Iridium. I cannot say, I can't say anything positive about Waldorf's customer service. They're non-existent. They don't respond. Nothing. You get no assistance from their customer service, tech support, anything. You get ghosted. So, unfortunately, I had to post a video like this. Again, I don't want you guys going through this issue. I want to keep you guys from having to go through this hassle, whether you're another studio or you're just someone who wants to buy it for your personal use. Yes, even other studios, even though you're our competition, I'm going to save you guys a headache. Don't buy it, okay? This is going to cause such a hassle for your studio. If you do buy this, it's not even funny. So even from a studio standpoint, don't buy it, okay? We all know how the names work and the new devices work in the studio world, and it's whoever's got the biggest, the best, the hottest, you know, it bumps us up. That's how it is in the studio world, for those of you who don't know. And I can tell you, straight, just a musician, not even a competitor, not even a studio vying for the same clients. This is not going to be worth the trouble or the hassle you guys will have, because it's not going to work 99% of the time. So even the people we're competing with, don't, guys. Seriously, this is not worth it. It is this. Uh, honest to goodness, this isn't even worth the shipping charge. There's nothing I can do with this. There's nothing the studio can do with it. It just keeps getting sent back. And once 2-year warranty's up, we're stuck with a defective product, and there's nothing else we can do. So, guys, I'm sorry about tonight's stream on Killer Clowns March. I do apologize. Give me 1 second. And that was not the case, or intention was to have to shoot this video instead of recording tonight. So, guys, I do apologize. Stream didn't go as planned, and we had to do this instead. Unfortunately, it was out of our control. And we will be back tomorrow, streaming. If you're watching this on YouTube, this is actually streamed live on Twitch. Typically, we post all the previous week's videos on Sunday. Our previous week's streams on the following Sunday. But this we're going to get up tonight. We do think it's imperative that you guys do know the truth about the Waldorf Iridium, the issues people are having, and our personal first-hand experience. I know Sound on Sound and some other people, they've done some great videos. Great videos. They got it, they reviewed it, they checked it out. We've had this for the long haul. And this was not sent to us. We paid for this. But so we can tell you this product is going to fail. It has failed. It will fail, and it is not reliable in any way, shape, or form. So, guys, do apologize about tonight's stream. YouTube, guys, head over to twitch.tv/junkiebase. Check out the streams. We do lots of recording, music production, all kinds of cool stuff. Cannabis breeding, cannabis harvesting, all kinds of cool different stuff. We're do streaming content and music production here at the studio. Actually kind of considered a media company. So if you are watching this on YouTube, click that little subscribe button and then head over to twitch.tv/junkiebase. Follow us on there. Guys, don't forget to check out the website, www.junkiebasestudios.com. We have all kinds of production and audio services. We do have some drum loop sample packs and synth preset packs coming out soon. We're trying to seal the deal on the new studio location. Very exciting. We're in the final stages. Closing date is August 15th or August 8th. No later than August 15th. We're looking more at August 8th. Fingers crossed. That will be in the new studio. We'll actually be streaming from my house until the studio's built. We got to finish building all the control room and everything and stuff. It's going to take a few months, so we'll be streaming directly from my house for the time being. So, but again, guys, do apologize. Don't buy the synthesizer. Honest to goodness, do not buy it. It is not worth the money. It is not worth the hassle. It will not hold up. It does not work. And it's a very big disappointment. I was very excited about the use of synth. I love granular synthesis. Love it. And to get hardware granular synths is rare, and they're not cheap. Hence the price tag. So, unfortunately, this is another Iridium that is not working and that we're having to send back. We're going to talk with Zounds.com. Hopefully we can work something out and just be done with the Waldorf Iridium altogether and get something different. Unfortunately, this is the first and last Waldorf product we will buy or use at the studio, and I will never personally buy a Waldorf product. I never have, and for my personal use, and after experiences with this, I will never buy a Waldorf product personally, and I will never be able to recommend a Waldorf product to anyone. This has been a horrible experience. I have no faith in the brand. I have no trust in the brand anymore. None of us here at the studio have any faith in the brand anymore, and we're done. We're not, basically, it came down from up above the CEO. There is to be no more Waldorf products bought for the studio. Waldorf is a brand the studio will never use again, and we won't buy any more of, which is very unfortunate, very, very unfortunate. But look at the issues, the quality of the product. It is what it is, and it's sad. So I know I'm probably rambling, guys, but this is just a big disappointment, and I don't want to see people wasting money and dealing with the headache. You know, I mean, it's literally, if you're wasting the amount of time we've wasted on this. I took it out of the box, set it out. I was then on the phone with Zound for trying to figure it out. They were going through. I was on the phone with them for at least an hour, but not on hold or anything. We were going back and forth and trying to figure out and going out. So, again, Zounds, dude. Zounds.com. They are amazing, okay? Customer service top notch. All right, guys. Seriously, for everything they've done for us with this synthesizer and how they bent over backwards and tried helping us and doing everything they can in their power, I cannot suggest them enough. I don't care who you are. Go to Zounds.com. Check out their gear, their customer service. Their customer service is number one. And they really stand behind what they do, and they are going to help people out, even when it's not their responsibility. So, alright, guys. Again, watching on YouTube, click subscribe, head over to twitch.tv/junkiebase. Click follow. You know, the heart that's there on Twitch. The rest of you guys tuning in now, sorry, not taking questions. We just did a short throw together. As you can see, studio PCs and monitors aren't even running or anything. I just ganked someone in the office's laptop and set it down and set up a camera to do this. So, again, guys, thanks for tuning in. I know the stream didn't go as planned, and that's unfortunate. But I think it's imperative we get out the information. The Waldorf Iridium is not a product you want to get. It is not a reliable product that will last or even work when you take it out of the box. So, I'll catch you guys later. I'll actually see you tomorrow. What is it? Tomorrow's Saturday, July 9th. We will be starting I'll be starting 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. working on more recording of the Killer Clown March. So, again, guys, thanks for tuning in. Sorry about the letdown and disappointment. For you guys really wanting a Waldorf Iridium, I am sorry to burst your bubble and break the news that they're junk. And that's the only thing I can think of is they're junk. They don't stand behind it. You know, they keep breaking. They come out of the box broke. I mean, considering first one only lasted 4 hours. And we had to send it back, and then it took months, and the next one lasts. I mean, this is just ridiculous for anything. I mean, seriously, anything shouldn't be doing this. It doesn't matter. So, I don't know what else to say, guys, but again, I do apologize about the stream tonight, and you know, we need to make sure we get it out there that this is not a product you want to buy. And there's going to be lots of issues. And also, do check out Zounds.com because those people freaking rock. Okay, they seriously. I mean, to sit there and take a product back that's not even their responsibility and replace it is really a great company, great service. All right, guys, I will see you tomorrow. We will be doing actually recording. Finishing up on, or actually we'll be working on the rhythm of the Killer Clown March reorchestration. Alright, guys. Take it easy. I'm gonna go make a cup of coffee and try to process what all has gone on with this and deal with the aggravation. So I cannot be frustrated when I go home. Okay? I can just go home and just sit down and watch my cooking show and chill. Alright, guys. You take it easy. I will catch you later. And thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it, guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Peace.